Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Brent Bridgman and you're watching the JFL boat build series right here. Well, when we left off last, we were fiberglassing that cubby hole, the little spot where I made for the fishing pole, okay? So let's go in. I'm going to show you some close-ups where the walkway aisle is, and then what we'll do is we'll start constructing our framing for the next layer, and also the framing that heads back to the meters. So we're going to start building a rise. And so I was messing around with some epoxy. Look at this. So this is going to go on the console. This used to be on the back seat, but I can't find a match. But anyway, it's real sparkly. But anyway, there's a few spots. Like I said, I was just playing with some resin and stuff. But anyway, I can put one more layer on here, and I'll actually spray a layer on here, so it'll be uniform. But this is a good base. This is just epoxy, two-part epoxy. In fact, right here, this is the two-part. Here's the resin, and this is the hardener. So anyway, got that going. Got our air compressor and our line. We got our hose holder coming tomorrow, so we'll have an actual hose holder that will sit probably right in here. It's a hose holder. It also has all my air fittings, so I can put my blowgun. These are the best blowguns ever right here. So anyhow, yesterday, well, I can't show you that because then you'll see what was already done. So anyway, so here's a close-up. Now this area here is left for a reason. I'm going to build a nice round pocket where this square unit is. See that hole? So I'm going to build this in this segment. And I'm also going to show us building the lower part of the console on that side over there down low. So without further ado, let's get into it. We'll put our microphone on. I got everything up in the boat to make this piece happen. So what we're going to do is get this side piece on today, and then we're going to finish the glass work. So let me see here. What we're going to do is put this back where it makes sense, tie it in, you know, as it takes a ride. Tie it back in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sit down here Indian style. It's just really hot today. It's about 92 degrees in here. So what we're going to do is, I can probably put the microphone right here. We're going to set the microphone right there. Man, that cut my knee. Let's take that loose. We're probably not going to have that there anyway. This holds pliers and things. We're probably going to move that. So the whole time I'm doing all the modifications, I'm also thinking of how I'm going to do the ridge on the seat pan to finish that off so it fits nice and doesn't sit on the tank. I cut my knee a little bit. Oh, well. I'll set that back there. That'll be a later thought. We'll probably put that back there, but just don't need it there while we're working because it was in the way. All right, so this is the original piece I had cut off of here. What I need to do is take a pen, well, or tape. Let's take this tape. So I want this to fit here. See, I had already made a line there and there. Okay. So I had my line in there, and that's fine. We're going to do that with it. Run it right here. I'm going to make this line up right there. So what I'm going to do is let's drill I actually still have the scar. That's right here. I drilled right into the bone with a dribble tool. That's funny. See right there? But it went like to the bone, like immediately. And then it didn't bleed, but it was this white hole that sat there forever. And it never did anything. So like a week later, I put some monocar glue in it, which is probably the stupidest thing you could ever do, but I was a dumb kid. So this bottom's going to be tough. I know I just put a hole there, but yeah, I'll put another hole right there, I guess. All right, so then let's grab a popsicle stick and some tape. What we're going to do is I'm going to help the tape uh, with the popsicle sticks, but the tape's going to keep it in alignment. So what I mean by that is I want this surface as flat as possible, and then I can come in here with pajama material to make up the difference. And this is where the pajama material is going to shine, and you guys go, oh, that's really cool, because it keeps it just like really cool. So we have the tape for temporary to hold this. Okay, this is already coming loose, but right now we're going to put a popsicle stick in here. So here's an idea: if you cover both sides of the popsicle stick with masking tape, it won't break apart as easy. All right, so run 2 pieces of tape down it, both sides. Oops, both sides. All right, just to keep it side to side, you're going to roll one around the middle. All right, so what this does is when this wood splits from the screw hitting it, we'll show you down here, this one split and it's not holding anything. So all right, so this bottom one is actually going to hold something. So let's get a screw here. All right. Just go nice and slow. We just want it to hold. All right. So then make sure that that one's holding. Right in here. Almost. All right. There it is. Oh, almost. There it is. Perfect. So what I want it to do is I want it to hold. Right. See where that's flat right there? All right. Let me take this top one out because I'll just redo a piece. I'm still going to use the same popsicle stick. I don't care. So when you run the tape, it just makes it stronger so it won't come apart. And then when you run the tape around it, you can call it whatever you want. I guess you could call it redneck engineering or whatever. But anyway, it's called manipulation. You just, in fiberglass, you just want something to hold it till you get the glass work done on it. Once the glass work's done on it, all this stuff comes off. But the main thing is we want to build the bottom side of this console today so we can start heading upward. We're going to head out, head up, Get that part handled. So the boat's a mess, and it's going to be a mess for a while. So, all right. So now that's holding. That's tight. Now I'll get a paint stick for the bottom here. Going to definitely need a cleaning day on this boat, but as long as we're still doing fiberglass work, I'm just going to continue till we get to a stopping point on the fiberglass. Then what's nice about it is we can just pull the boat out front, rinse her down with water. It's nice having the shop. It is warm today, and if I wanted to, I could turn the air conditioner on, but that would just spoil me, and I don't want to be spoiled. I can work in this heat. Ow, that's my finger. That was my finger. All right, so see, that's pretty tough now. Let me do one on the bottom here real quick. So you guys know what I mean. It's those screws are so big, when they go into this popsicle stick, it just cracks the stick. Then it wasn't holding, so put a little bit of masking tape around it, and it holds it together. And it's just temporary. We're just doing this until we can get some glass in there to hold it. And that's all you have to do is just wrap your popsicle stick in masking tape. Now we're going to grab a screw. All right. And then I should be able to go right here. That should be in the right area. All right, so now I've got that popsicle stick in the bottom there, I think. Yeah, it's in there. Yep. All right, so now it's pretty solid. Got the tape there. Okay. Now I have packing tape underneath this console, but I don't have any tape here, and I don't really need any, except for the fact that I don't want to get it on this chrome piece here. So I'm going to put this cardboard down here like this. Just to cover this piece. I'll just keep that from getting all over the place. Now I am replacing this bottom pad here. I'm going to do my own sea deck. Oh yeah, that's a surprise. We might be getting a CNC machine to do our own sea deck in the boat, but I'll also be offering sea deck for other bass boats. So stay tuned for that. We should have all the information on that pretty dang soon. All right, so that's masked off. Run that just like that. And then I'm going to fiberglass the inside, from the inside here. And then I'll worry about this after that. I don't worry about this yet. All right. So I will get some chop strand ready, and I'm going to attach chop strand on the inside, which I'll have to change the camera angle to get a better angle for you guys to see that, because you won't be able to see the inside. So maybe I could go from underneath the console looking upward. We'll try that. So let me reposition that camera. I went to move this stuff around, and I ended up turning off the camera. Trying to give you guys a bird's eye view here. So when I go and glass this, that should work. We've got those just on the other sides of the paint sticks with the tape, and then we'll address it from the outside when we come back. But this piece will be solid in no time, and then we'll start making the curve. We're going to continue the pajama material off this up into this bottom, make it nice and smooth. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the JFL Boat Build Series. So we're going to have episode 33 coming out probably Sunday. And then I might quite possibly release another episode on Tuesday night. So just going over our shooting schedule here, we've already done, this would have been that we already released, and then the 2 weeks prior, of course. So anyway, we're going to take a picture of this, and then we will start a new shoot list. It's nice to stay organized and outline what you're going to do. It keeps you good on your YouTube channel. This is just a rough sketch of what I wanted the console to look like. So it's nice to have a whiteboard. It also keeps track of your miscellaneous jobs that you got coming in. So anyway, I'm Brent Bridgman. You're watching the JFL Boat Build Series, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.